Now, it is with no doubt that when you look at the top emerging brands outside of China of EV cars, XPeng has been the one in the forefront in terms of doing well in terms of the figures. And what is making XPeng to do very well is, number one, you need to know that XPeng sell cheap mass market EV cars, and NIO on the other hand, their cars are quite pricey. I mean, XPeng Mona 3 in China goes for like $16,000, right? But in China, the cheapest NIO model that you find, which is the 85 Touring 85 mid sedan, starts around $42,000. That is the first thing that you need to know when you want to try to compare NIO to XPeng, right? This is why XPeng out of China, they've been doing so well. I mean, if you look at Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Portugal, Belgium, Israel, Singapore, Finland, Ireland, this is the market that XPeng is present, and we've been seeing them doing so well. But our very own NIO, you will notice that at least when you look at the top three emerging brands overseas, you will see that XPeng is leading everywhere, right? But then in Norway, you've got at least NIO coming as the top three emerging brands overseas in terms of sales, because this is from, by the way, from January to May. And these figures shows you that, look, in as much as NIO is quite pricey, in Norway NIO has been doing, it's not doing that bad. I mean, looking at the kind, or at what I just told you, to say that the price of one ET5 is the price of almost three Mona 3, right? This is something that you must have in mind when you talk about NIO and obviously XPeng, meaning that even the market for XPeng outside of China, it's not the same as the market for NIO. I mean, this is the case anyway, even in China. People that afford XPeng cannot, some of them cannot, majority of them cannot afford a NIO car, which is why you will forever have the mass market brands like XPeng doing very, very well. But the good thing, yes, the good thing, you want to hear the good news? NIO is going to launch also a sub-brand called Firefly and Envo in, of course, Europe, right? And they are going to use the very same strategy that XPeng is using, and that is the distributor strategy. And I think with those two brands going to Europe, before we can do anything, or before we can make a conclusion about NIO in the European market and the other countries where these car companies are selling, I think let's first see the performance of Envo and Firefly. But I can guarantee you one thing: Firefly is going to take Europe by storm, because at least when you talk about, I know probably in terms of looks, Mona 3 will look much looks more appealing than the, of course, Firefly Sub-Brand, because of course Firefly falls under the small cars, Mona 3 falls under the mid sedan, right? But one thing that you must know is that price wise, these two cars are around the same price, right? I mean, I'm just not sure how much Mona 3 costs, but Firefly, you'll know that on a place like Norway, it will start around $26,000, meaning that it is a car that can be afforded by quite a number of people, and I have no doubt in my mind that we'll see it do very well in Europe. Envo in China starts around, or Envo L60 starts around $21,000 in China with a battery, and in Europe, chances are very high that we'll see that model either almost at $30,000, which again, that one at almost $30,000, or around 30,000 plus minus $30,000, which that again will show you, or will revive the sales for NIO in Europe. So I look forward, man. In as much as this list is, it's painful to not see NIO in the top three almost on all the countries, but look, man, you have to understand one thing. Someone sent me these pictures, which is the reason why I decided to just do this video, to give a clarity on everyone that might be asking themselves why is the case, why is NIO like this, right? I mean, One thing that you must also know about Europe is that they've been imposing tariffs onto all the cars that are coming from China. NIO gets 20.8% of tariffs. I must say it has been very interesting to see XPeng selling this good regardless, right? And I hope to see the same trend when NIO launches their Firefly and Onvo sub-brands in Europe. So yeah, man, I look forward, and I thought I'd come and give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make these videos, and look, man, in as much as NIO has not been doing so well, I mean, I can't remember, is it Denmark, is it Netherlands, I can't remember, but someone was saying NIO sold only 2 cars, but it's fine, man, for now, because we all know what's the situation around the NIO cars in Europe, right? But the good news is that in the next coming weeks and or months, we are going to see this dynamic completely changing, because when your stores are already present, we know that Firefly and Onvo are going to be sold onto the NIO stores, which is something that is very good, and it will be cost effective for NIO, because look, they are already present into these markets, or they already have got stores into these markets, and what better way to start using those stores for their sub brands in order to generate sales or improve sales in Europe into those markets. So I remain long, I remain strong on NIO, because I know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming, long term will win, and those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. Tell me what you think about this. I think we are set for greatness. Blue sky will come, long term will win, and yeah, man, I'm just pretty optimistic about where NIO is at and where they are headed. Even for the European market, where we have not been seeing good numbers, I think next year around this time we can be talking a different ball game, because already in China, NIO, it's breaking, or it's delivering very good figures in terms of what they are producing or delivering on a month to month. Previous video I was talking about Firefly selling more than a Mini Cooper EV and Smart EV combined, which shows you the kind of reception that NIO it's getting, Firefly Sub-Brand is getting in China, right? I remain long, I remain strong, and I believe that this will bring the blue sky that we have been waiting for. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, my dear friends. That is all from me, and God bless you all.